does not simply walk into Mordor.
There is no other way. Yes.
Not nearly frightened enough.
The story begins with an ancient legend about Middle-earth. It tells of a dangerous Dark Lord named Sauron. He bound all of his power into a single ring. This ring was called the One Ring. It controlled all other magical rings and served as the source of Sauron's strength. Sauron ruled a dark land called Mordor. He wanted to enslave the entire world under his shadow. He attacked many kingdoms with his vast army of orcs and dark creatures. No one was able to stop him for a long time. One day, humans and elves finally united. They fought Sauron in a great battle known as the Last Alliance. During the battle, a man named Isildur cut the ring from Sauron's hand. With the ring removed, Sauron's power collapsed and his physical form was destroyed. The ring should have been destroyed at that moment. It contained a part of Sauron's soul, which allowed him to survive. Isildur had the chance to throw the ring into the fires of Mount Doom in Mordor. But he did not do it. The ring awakened greed in his heart. He wanted to keep it as a prize. Not long after, Isildur was attacked, and the ring slipped from his hand and fell into a river. Many years later, a strange creature named Gollum found the ring. The ring slowly twisted his mind and drove him insane. He hid it deep in the mountains and guarded it for many years. One day, a hobbit named Bilbo Baggins took the ring from Gollum during an unexpected encounter. From this moment, the true story begins. The story then moves to the Shire, a beautiful and peaceful land in Middle-earth. It is the home of the hobbits. They are small in size and kind at heart. They love farming, eating, and celebrating life. Their homes are small and built into the ground, giving them comfort and safety. The Shire is filled with green fields, small streams, quiet hills, and peaceful paths. Here we meet Frodo Baggins. He is a young hobbit who lives with his uncle Bilbo. Bilbo is an old adventurer. He is retired, but the spirit of adventure still lives in him. He owns the magical ring, though he does not fully understand its true nature. Frodo and Bilbo share a warm and caring relationship. They often joke together and enjoy simple moments. Other hobbits in the Shire also respect and like them. One day, a great celebration is held. It is Bilbo's 111th birthday. This is a very special event for hobbits. The entire Shire gathers for the party. There is food, dancing, singing, laughter, and fireworks. The fireworks are prepared by Gandalf the Grey. He is an old wizard and a close friend of Bilbo. He has a long beard and wears a large hat. His magic creates spectacular fireworks that amaze everyone. Bilbo gives a speech to the crowd. Then he does something strange and unexpected. He takes out the ring. He puts it on his finger. He suddenly disappears. Everyone is shocked and confused. This is the power of the ring. Anyone who wears it becomes invisible to the normal world. Bilbo returns home afterward. Gandalf meets him there. Gandalf tells Bilbo to leave the ring behind. He warns that the ring is dangerous. Bilbo refuses at first because the ring has already influenced his heart and thoughts. In the end, after a struggle, he gives the ring to Frodo. Bilbo then leaves the Shire to begin a new journey. Now the ring is in Frodo's hands. He does not yet understand how dangerous it truly is. Gandalf tells Frodo to keep it safe and hidden. Gandalf then leaves to learn more about the ring. He studies old books, scrolls, and ancient history. After long research, he confirms that the ring is the One Ring created by Sauron. Gandalf knows that Sauron is not truly dead. He is slowly returning and searching for his ring. When Gandalf returns, he tells Frodo the full truth. The ring must be destroyed. If not, Sauron will rise again and enslave the world. The ring can only be destroyed in Mount Doom, the place where it was forged. Frodo is frightened. He is only a small hobbit, far from a hero. The task feels far too great for him. Gandalf encourages him and gives him hope. He tells Frodo that he will not be alone on this journey. At that time, Gandalf learns that the Nazgul are heading toward the Shire. They are servants of Sauron. Black riders without body or soul, driven only by his will. Gandalf tells Frodo to leave at once. He must take the ring to Rivendell, a safe refuge of the elves. Frodo leaves his home and everything he knows. His loyal friend Sam goes with him without hesitation. Sam has a pure heart and always supports Frodo. Along the way, they meet Merry and Pippin, two hobbits who are careless, curious, but kind. They join the journey because they are drawn to adventure and loyalty. The four hobbits travel through forests, hills, and open fields. Soon, they realize that the Nazgul are chasing them. The sound and presence of the Nazgul terrify them. One night, the Nazgul almost find their hiding place. Frodo considers wearing the ring to disappear. But whenever he wears it, the eye of Sauron can see him. A great fiery eye watching from the Tower of Mordor. Frodo decides not to wear the ring. They manage to hide and escape. On the road ahead, they meet a mysterious ranger whose presence changes their journey. They go to the place where Gandalf promised to meet them. However, Gandalf is not there because he has gone to meet another wizard named Saruman. The hobbits wait anxiously, not knowing that danger is already drawing closer to them. In Bree, Frodo and his friends meet a strange man called Strider, whose real name is Aragorn. Aragorn is tall, looks a bit rough, but is very brave. He is a ranger who lives in the wilderness and helps people in secret. Aragorn knows that Frodo carries the ring and promises to protect him, warning them that many enemies are searching for it. In Bree, the Nazgul attack again. They enter the hobbits' room at night. However, Aragorn has already moved them to another room. The attack frightens the hobbits, but Aragorn gives them courage and stays alert throughout the night. He says they must reach Rivendell quickly. Otherwise, the Nazgul will capture them and take the ring. Aragorn leads the hobbits from Bree toward Rivendell. The journey is full of danger, with enemies hiding in the shadows. At an old ruin called Weathertop, the Nazgul attack them. Frodo is wounded by the blade of one of the Nazgul and loses consciousness. The influence of the ring grows stronger and makes him weaker with each passing hour. Aragorn drives the Nazgul away with fire, but Frodo's condition is very serious and fills the group with fear. Then they meet Arwen, a beautiful elf princess and Aragorn's beloved. Arwen carries Frodo on her horse toward Rivendell, while the Nazgul pursue them relentlessly. Using her elven magic, Arwen summons a great flood from the river that sweeps the Nazgul away. Frodo finally reaches Rivendell, just in time to be saved. In Rivendell, the elf lord Elrond heals Frodo's wound with magic. Rivendell is a beautiful place, filled with greenery, waterfalls, and peace. Frodo feels some relief there and slowly regains his strength. Gandalf also arrives and explains that Saruman had imprisoned him. Saruman, once Gandalf's friend, has now joined Sauron. Saruman commands a large army of orcs that is searching for the ring across Middle-earth. In Rivendell, a great council is held, attended by elves, men, and dwarves. Elrond says the ring must be destroyed because Sauron's power grows stronger each day. However, taking the ring to Mordor is not an easy task. The land is filled with orcs, fire and darkness, and few ever return from it. A debate breaks out over what should be done with the ring. Boromir, a warrior of men, argues that the ring should be used to strengthen their army. Gandalf and Elrond refuse, saying that the ring brings only evil and will corrupt anyone who uses it. At last, Frodo gathers his courage and says that he will take the ring to Mordor. Everyone is astonished by his bravery because he is only a small hobbit. Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas an elf archer, Gimli a dwarf warrior, Boromir, Sam, Merry, and Pippin decide to go with him. This group is called the Fellowship of the Ring. Their mission is to carry the ring to Mount Doom and destroy it, no matter the cost. The Fellowship begins their journey. These 9 companions, Frodo, Sam, Merry, Pippin, Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli and Boromir, travel together and rely on one another. However, the road ahead is full of danger and uncertainty. Saruman pursues them and plans to stop the Fellowship using his orcs and powerful magic. They attempt to cross the great mountain Caradhras. But Saruman's magic summons a violent storm, forcing the Fellowship to change their route. Exhausted and frozen, they choose to pass through the mines of Moria, an ancient dwarven city. Moria is a dark ruin that was once inhabited by dwarves, but is now filled with orcs and other dangerous creatures that lurk in the darkness. At the gates of Moria, they must solve a riddle, and Gandalf opens the door with magic. However, near the entrance, a huge water creature called the Watcher in the Water attacks them. The Fellowship narrowly escapes and manages to enter Moria, sealing the doors behind them. Inside Moria, the scene is terrifying. Everything is dark, filled with ruins and the remains of dwarves. Gandalf's staff provides light and guides their way through the endless halls. Gimli realizes that all of his kin who once lived in Moria are dead, and his hope turns to grief. They are filled with sorrow, but they must continue forward. In Moria, the Fellowship encounters a large force of orcs. The orcs are small, filthy, and savage, and they are very numerous. A great battle breaks out in the darkness. Aragorn fights with his sword, Legolas with his bow, and Gimli with his axe. Frodo and the other hobbits also fight with their small swords, showing unexpected courage. Then an even greater danger appears. A Balrog, a terrifying creature of fire and shadow. Its body is wrapped in flames, and it wields a great whip. Gandalf knows that only he can face it. He tells the Fellowship to flee and confronts the Balrog alone on an ancient bridge called the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. Gandalf fights the Balrog with his staff, using all of his strength and wisdom. He declares, "You shall not pass." In the end, Gandalf brings down the Balrog together with the bridge into a deep abyss, sacrificing himself so that the Fellowship can escape. He falls into the abyss. However, the Balrog lashes out and wraps its whip around Gandalf. Gandalf is pulled down and falls with the creature into the darkness below. All members of the Fellowship break down in tears. They believe Gandalf is dead. Frodo is the most devastated because Gandalf was his mentor, guide, and friend. Aragorn gathers his strength and speaks to them firmly. He tells them they must keep moving. Otherwise, Gandalf's sacrifice will be meaningless. They leave Moria in grief and arrive in Lothlorien, a beautiful elven forest. Lothlorien is a magical land filled with soft green light, glowing trees, and deep peace that calms the heart. The forest feels untouched by time. It is ruled by Celeborn and Galadriel, powerful and ancient elves. Galadriel has the rare ability to see into the thoughts and hearts of others. Galadriel meets Frodo and speaks with him privately about the ring. She possesses a magical mirror that shows visions of what may come. Through it, Frodo sees a terrible future if the ring is not destroyed. The Shire is burned, and darkness spreads across the entire world. Frodo is frightened and shaken by what he sees. Galadriel comforts him and gives him courage. She tells him that even small hands can change the fate of the world, and that he is not alone on his path. In Lothlorien, the Fellowship rests for a short time. Their wounds begin to heal, and their strength slowly returns. The elves give them lembas bread, new cloaks, and small boats to continue their journey by river. Yet the influence of the ring grows stronger each day. Boromir, a warrior of Gondor, becomes increasingly tempted by its power. He believes the ring could save his city and protect his people from Sauron's armies. Frodo senses that the ring is corrupting those around him. He feels fear and guilt, believing he is the cause of this darkness. He begins to think that he must bear the burden alone. The Fellowship continues their journey down the river toward Mordor. Along the way, orcs attack once more, forcing them to stay alert at all times. Boromir speaks to Frodo in private. He pleads for the ring, saying it could bring victory. Frodo refuses. Boromir loses control, shouts in anger, and tries to take the ring by force. In terror, Frodo puts on the ring and disappears from sight. Boromir instantly realizes the horror of what he has done. He falls to his knees in shame and regret. But Frodo has already made his decision. He chooses to go to Mordor alone so that he does not endanger the others. Meanwhile, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli fight off a large group of orcs. Boromir tries to redeem himself. He bravely defends Merry and Pippin from the attackers. Orc arrows strike him again and again. Though badly wounded, Boromir keeps fighting until his final breath. Aragorn finds him dying. Boromir admits his failure and asks forgiveness. Aragorn promises that Gondor will be protected and honored. Boromir dies, and the Fellowship mourns his loss deeply. Frodo escapes alone along the riverbank. However, Sam follows him, running into the water despite his fear of drowning. Sam says he will not leave Frodo. He reminds him of his promise to stay by his side no matter what happens. Frodo breaks down in tears, moved by Sam's loyalty and courage. Together, The two hobbits turn away from the others and begin their long, dangerous journey toward Mordor, and with that the story ends here. The film shows that even the smallest person can carry the greatest responsibility and make a real difference. Power that is driven by fear or pride will always corrupt, but humility and self-control give true strength. Friendship, loyalty, and sacrifice are what allow people to keep moving forward in the darkest times.